Best BR Forum videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is the Pete's Premium Parlay Show for NFL Week 9, College Football Week 10. And as I mentioned before, I'm going to start doing two parlays now, which I did last year and which was a little bit more successful than what I've done this year. Instead of doing one parlay and combining college and NFL, I'm going to do one each for college and NFL. So this is the Pete's Parlay Show for NFL Week 9. And this week, I think I'm seeing a bunch of plays with small edges. So six teams made it into the parlay this week. I'm going to do a six-teamer, fours, fives, and sixes. So that's risking $99, obviously, to pay a lot. And I'll get into those in a second. First, let's run down the picks that the professional handicappers recommended. Scott Kellen, amazing, very well-respected professional capper, 9-4 against the spread in the free picks he's given us. He recommended Buffalo +3 and Minnesota +10. Neither one of those are going to make it into the parlay. All kinds of crazy shit happening with that, Buffalo KC line. I am going to take the total on that one, which I'll get into in a second. But neither of Kellen's picks I'm going to take, but I trust Kellen implicitly for sure. Let's see, what else here? What else do we have? Troy West from allplayswin.com recommended the Saints -6, and Brent from BetDSI told me that was actually a sharp side. I was very surprised to hear that. Apparently, sharps were on New Orleans -6 and also on the Patriots -6. Very surprised to hear that. That does go against what Stephen O recommended. He recommended Pittsburgh +6.5, and that carries almost as much weight as what Brent says, especially in the NFL, where the sides tend to be a little bit less sharp than in college football. And the Pitt play is actually one that I am going to include in the parlay. I'll get into that in a second. Al McMorty recommended Tampa Bay +16, and there's some reason to believe that, that is too many points. But Brent actually interested, and that line did go down, so I assumed that when I talked to Brent, he would tell me that was from sharp action. But apparently, it's the public that's been betting Tampa Bay, and that the only sharp action he saw in that game, and he did see some, was actually on Seattle, -14.5, which shocked me, but that's what he had to say about that game. All right, let's get into the six teams that are going to make it into the parlay, right? Well, first let's go over some of the other sharp action. What was there? Yeah, Atlanta, Carolina over, and Jets game over are the only two other notable sharp plays that Brent told me about. All right, the parlay. First play, Oakland -2.5, -115. This line, I don't even, it's one of those too good to be true lines, right? I researched it myself. I said, man, Oakland's a great play. It previewed the game with Tony George from TonyGeorgeSports.com. He says, I love Oakland -2.5. Doug Upstone in the Doug Upstone versus the World show says he loves Oakland -2.5. Talked to Brent from BetDSI. That's the first play he mentioned. The Sharps took Oakland -2. So, Joe Duffy thinks that the line's going to close 3. So, maybe it's one of these too good to be true plays that is actually true and not too good to be true. It's just good. So I'm riding with it. That's one of them in the parlay. Oakland -2.5, -115. These are all current lines at BetDSI. Then I'm going to take the under in Buffalo, and currently it's 39.5. I got burned on that last time KC had a total of 39.5, landed on 40. So I'm going to buy to 40, -120, and we all know what the deal with that is. Buffalo questions at quarterback. KC, very questionable on offense, very strong defense. So under 40, -120. And then I'm going to tail Stephen O from EventDataServices.com. Pitt +7, -115. I discussed this game pretty in-depth with Brent from BetDSI, and I was shocked, first of all, to hear that the Sharps did come in on New England on the money line and at -6. Now he's pushing the line up. He told us in the call that he moved it to 7 just to see what kind of action he could get. Stephen O, though, made a great case for Pitt +6.5, and, New England, the Brady Magic might come in, but are they really built to get margin wins? I don't think so. I'm going to include that one in there, Pitt +7, -115. Then I'm also going to take Tennessee -3, -105, and this is a game that I previewed with Joe Duffy. Joe Duffy is now, I think, 16-7 against the spread in his free picks in our videos, and he's doing great at his service this year, and we previewed the game. He liked Tennessee -2.5. So do I. Locker's getting healthier. Titans off bye. Rams are off the tough, Monday night game. So low line there. I'm taking it. -3, -105. Tennessee. Then I'm also going to take San Diego Pick'em, and I did pick this game with Troy West. Troy West said he liked Washington +1, but I think that's wrong. San Diego's off a bye. Phillip Rivers playing great. RG3 having some injury issues, not really passing the ball as well as he did last year. And last time I went head-to-head with Troy West, I came out on top, so I'm doing it again. I'm taking San Diego Pick'em, minus 110. Then I'm also going to take Baltimore, minus 1.5, also minus 110. Previewed that game with Brandon Shively, and this guy, not the greatest public speaker in the world, pretty sharp analyst, and has in general given us winning picks. The line has gone down a bit, which is a little bit interesting, but Baltimore, they've owned Cleveland recently. They're coming off the bye. Jason Campbell is Jason Campbell. He can be decent at times. He can also be ass at others. Minus 1.5, that's a low enough line for me to bite. So I'm going to take Baltimore minus 1.5, and that's the sixth play. Oakland minus 2.5, Buffalo under, Pitt plus 7, Tennessee minus 3, San Diego Pick'em, Baltimore minus 1.5, and again, I'm going to do 4s, 5s, and 6s. And that's $4.50 for the base. That's $99 to win $1,619 if all 6 sides win. If only 5 win, it pays $300. If 4 win, it's minus 40. So that's my premium parlay for NFL Week 9. Thanks for